Hey, thanks for checking out the Ham and Spam Retro Review. If you like what you hear, please remember to subscribe, leave a like, or leave a comment, whatever platform you listen to this on.
And also remember, there's always additional content on our website, hamandspam.com, where you can find links to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy it.
For even more content, check out our friends Nick and Brandon over at their podcast, Talk or Go Home. Hey everybody, welcome to this edition of the Ham and Spam Retro Review. I am Spam/Clint or Clint/Spam.
I'm allegedly Ham.
You're just Hammy. Full disclosure, I hadn't said that in a while, I feel like.
Because we hadn't recorded in a while.
We're right on schedule, I think. I think we're a week behind where we're supposed to be. But anyway, we were going to kind of quote-unquote review the Nintendo Direct announcement of Mario's 35th anniversary, but I haven't turned on my Xbox in a couple of weeks, and it needs an update, so we're going to wait for it to update, and currently we're still 392 megabytes still to go. 391.
Yeah, you should get a nice smart TV to go back here.
Yeah, I should, but at the same time, why? Because I've got the Xbox that does all that when it's updated.
Because you'll have a TV that's a normal size.
That is a normal size.
Dude, that is, yeah, if you're sitting a foot away from it.
Exactly.
And we're
that was my first ever TV. You know, I bought that TV whenever I moved to Tuscaloosa. That year I was in Tuscaloosa, I bought that TV. That's how old that TV. That TV's older than Maze.
Wow.
And it's hanging on the wall. It looks like one of the first edition flat screens.
I'm telling you,
I'll have to take a picture of this and post it.
Get a 4K, 50-inch for like $250.
Yeah, I know, and maybe
Smart
I can
TV.
Because right now we're so busy at work. All of our stuff, our boss has given us the incentive of if we meet all of our deadlines, we get $1,000 bonus.
There you go. That's TV money.
Well, you
can move this to your bathroom.
It's either I could do that or I could buy a deep freeze. I'm kind of leaning deep freeze.
You don't need a deep freeze.
Well, if the Corona stuff spikes back up, we'll need meat.
You can get meat. Just walk outside and shoot something. There's cows across the road.
There are. So anyway, we were waiting on the Nintendo Direct. So while waiting on the Xbox to download,
to
update. So, but anyway, Hammy and I were sitting here talking. And I said, "Man, let's just record." I mean, yeah, it would be good to see it to get reactions and stuff. But for the most part, we've been talking about everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
It just wasn't recording. So without looking at it, I haven't had a chance to actually watch it. I know what's going on. I know what's happening. Nintendo is going to celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary.
Right, and they've got a number of different releases and plans that they're doing. Of course.
Okay, so this is like a multi kind of
thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, the big one that everyone's talking about is the Game & Watch console they're making.
That's all they're talking about?
Yeah. That's all I got from it.
Oh, okay.
No, seriously though. Of course, the Super Mario 3D All-Stars is the big one, which it was something that a lot of people predicted a long time ago. I think there were some leaks and rumors going around. It's going to be Super Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy, all for the Switch. Not remastered though.
Really?
They've had a little work done to them, so that they're fine on the Switch.
Sure.
So they're not going to be all stretched and distorted and all.
I get that a
But
little
not
bit.
like people were expecting like a 100% overhaul remaster.
Yeah, but you kind of lose a little bit of the charm that made it. So I
You
guess
do.
I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
It's like, if you with Switch's SNES Online, if you took and you remastered every one of those games that still had the Super Nintendo quality, but maybe you updated the graphics here and there, then it's not the same.
Not all games need remasters.
No, well, not Nintendo games. I'll put it that way, because Nintendo games hold up. They do a really good job of holding up.
But anyway,
Hey, we're at 348 megabytes.
50%. So some people were kind of upset because Galaxy 2 was left off. I never played Galaxy 1 or 2.
I played it, believe it or not, I played it in a demo at Walmart during the Christmas time. So I kind of have an idea of it. I mean, you're just based on a little planet. You're running around, and that's it.
There you go.
So
it's the whole game.
that's the whole game right there.
But they're upset about that. They're upset about the price tag. It's going to be full $60.
Well, let's just go ahead and chew on this one right here for a while. People aren't satisfied anymore. They can't be satisfied with anything. They've got to gripe. You said it earlier, and guys, I'm just going to tell you, we're going to reference to earlier conversation because we've already had this conversation. But you said it earlier where people were griping about, we want it, we want it, we want it, we want it. So they finally get it, and then it's like, well,
They're
screw
like,
you. You didn't give us exactly what we want.
They're
we
like,
want
is
more.
that it?
Yeah, we want more. One of the other things too is they finally released Super Mario All Stars, the NES version, on the NES Online.
The SNES.
SNES Online. So my bad.
Yeah, that's really cool because I really like the All
Well,
Stars.
they were all available on the NES Online, and then of course they in a sense remastered those and put them in All Stars for the Super Nintendo.
There goes the original remaster.
There you go. It kind of is. So that was big news. I'm looking forward to getting around to playing that again. I used to love those games. I mean, we did Super Mario World or Super Mario 2. We did the All-Star version on our YouTube channel.
Well, we did both. You did the NES, and I played the All Star.
Yeah, for like 2 levels, and you killed Toad.
Yeah, but both were terrible.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Mario 64 again. I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to include the dual joystick, considering it's coming from a single joystick.
Oh, it'll be fine.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
I mean, I'm
just kind of interested to see how they do it.
The C buttons on the N64 controller were like
The other joystick,
kind of, yeah, in button form. So I'm sure that's how it'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pumped for that because I love Super Mario 64.
So
I got 120 stars on it.
I did as well. I found Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I always loved about Mario 64, and I can't believe it was in the plans, in the original plans, that was going to be episode number 50, was Mario 64. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
Well,
driving here.
But the fact that we haven't actually done a full blown review is asinine at this point. We should have done one.
Well, did you hear about the recent leaks with a lot of Nintendo games? That they got the source code and stuff.
Yes,
they found out that Luigi was originally going to be in Mario 64.
I'm kind of disappointed they didn't put him in there. I think it would have been hard, and I think that's probably why they didn't. It would have been hard to make that a 2-player game, but I think it would have been neat if they would have done it at that time. You could select either Mario or Luigi as your
Well, then the port to I think DS,
yeah,
had Mario, Luigi,
Wario,
Yoshi, and Wario. Oh, Wario.
Oh, it's me, Wario. The one that I'm still really, really, really on the fence on is, even after all these years, is Sunshine. People love Sunshine, or they hated Sunshine.
Sunshine is an acquired taste. I hated it at first. I'm not gonna lie, but as I played it, I came to appreciate it a lot more.
Well, and I can respect that. I really can. But here's the thing that I didn't like about Sunshine was the X axis inverted controls. It was weird.
Oh yeah, left is right and right is left.
Yeah, and you couldn't
I think
change
Wind
that.
Waker was the same.
Really?
I think so. I know it was. It took me a while to get used to because I was playing.
I mean, you do, but you never really do. Like, unless you play that game constantly and you are just so used to it.
Well, I remember when I was playing Wind Waker, I was also playing Splinter Cell at the same time, and they were opposite.
Oh, so you struggled
I
going
did.
back and forth.
I absolutely did.
It's like the inversion of the y-axis as well. Like, you have to play inverted, and I can't play inverted. Like,
See, I can't play uninverted.
But you throw Star Fox 64, and I'm in a plane, and it's completely different. You pull down, you pull back on the stick to go up like you would in a plane. But I can't do that when I'm aiming. If I want to look up, I want to push up. It's weird. I also do bumper jumper in Halo, so there's that too.
That's because that one guy told us one time,
and I've done it ever since.
That it's like it'll make you a better player, and it really didn't.
It didn't. I still go stick for stick, stick for kill.
Alex and I were playing Destiny 2 earlier, and he killed a guy with a grenade and died in the process. I said, "You just pulled a Clint."
Did he laugh out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always my mantra. I've listened to a little bit of the Destiny 2 soundtrack just on Spotify. It'll just, a random playlist will pop up, and I'll just listen to it. That's a pretty good soundtrack.
It really is. It's gonna be on Game Pass.
Is it?
I think it's on now, but they're gonna make it so all the DLCs are available.
I need to just play through that.
It's Halo, man.
I know, but it's like Halo's. How do I want to say this? It's like Halo's. It's like Bungie's the dad, and then Destiny's the mom. So it's like a weird step sibling of Halo. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I mean, I can bring myself to play it. I do want to play it, but it's like I'm cheating on Halo if I go to Destiny.
No, it's. I mean, they've got like. I know in the first one they had some Master Chief Easter eggs, but no, it's Halo, man. It makes me think of Halo every time I play it. I mean, even though the controls are straight up Call of Duty, aim down sight, sprint, all the stuff I hate to see in Halo.
You love about Destiny.
Just I don't know, the guns feel right.
Yeah,
that's a weird thing to say, but you know what I mean.
I understand.
They feel like Halo guns.
So, and again, going back to the 35th anniversary announcement, you and I, neither one really played Galaxy, so
that'll be new. I'm hoping, and it looks like it's going to be motion controls using the Joy-Cons. If that's the case, if there's no option to just play with buttons, I'm out.
I understand that. I mean, you're a big proponent of Skyward Sword doing that.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't. I tried my best to get through Skyward Sword. I got the Wii. I got the Motion Plus control adapter for my Wii Chucks or whatever they're called. And, man, I couldn't get off the freaking tutorial world.
Really?
I hated it because there were some things you have to slice up and down to do this. And I don't know if I was calibrated wrong or what, but I could not. It took forever to get that right, and I was like, "I'm done with this. This is terrible. This is a Zelda game, and I hate it."
The episode of The Simpsons where Homer gains all the weight, and then he's trying to dial, and they say your fingers are too fat. Please press all the buttons with your hand. That's what I picture. What happened with you? It's like your hands are too fat to play this game. Go away.
Well, I just couldn't. God, the Motion Plus controls did not work as advertised.
Well, there were some issues with that. We were talking earlier. Really, the only Wii game that I really played was an actual game. I mean, I think we had Carnival Games, which I bought Casey's. That Wii that you see there is Casey's. I bought it from him.
It's a red Wii.
It is a red Wii, and I got it for Maze because he kind of liked playing the Wii and everything. Well,
didn't I get the white Wii from y'all? Wasn't it Caitlin's?
Yeah. I end up with multiple game systems for some reason. I don't know.
I do too.
I've got. I at one point I had the white Xbox. I had two slims, and I bought Casey. So at one point, I had 3 slims.
Dude, I'll tell you who ends up with the game systems is Jeff.
Really?
Yeah, like he ends up with a ton of them, and I usually get his overflow. So I'm very happy with that. It's where my Dreamcast came from. Thank you, Jeff.
Well, my parents divorced whenever I was little, so I had 2 Nintendos for a long time. I've only had the one PlayStation. I've had 2 or 3 PlayStation 2s. I've only had the one Super. I've only had the one Sega. I've only had the one Xbox One.
I've had 3 Supers.
You had 3?
Yeah,
Really?
I had my original. I got in '91, which I still got. Got one from Justin Williams,
Yeah.
which got mistakenly given away
To the Goodwill, who's going out of business.
I gotta get that in my mind. I still get angry when I think about it. And then the third one I bought because my original had the problem where it kind of yellowed.
Right.
So I was like, it works fine, but it just bothers me. So I bought another one on eBay, and it looks perfect.
Well,
that's the one I play.
Mine, you've actually complimented them on
yeah,
mine because it's actually
yours looks great. Yours looks brand new.
Even though I've not been very kind to it sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think it's heat or the sun or something oxidizes the plastic.
Yeah, it's something oxidizes it. I don't know if it's got. I think it is heat. I might be wrong. It might just be storage. Maybe it has a brain that says I'm in storage. I'm going to yellow now.
So I don't know what happened to mine.
I hope this mic's on. I've been
yellowed.
talking. Okay.
Is mine on?
We didn't check that. We didn't really do a sound test.
Can you see it moving?
Yes.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. Good deal. We probably should have done it on the front side. Another thing that come out of the direct, you mentioned as we went on air.
One last thing. I'm
go
sorry.
back.
The 3D All Star is also going to come with the soundtrack that you can select in the menu and just play the songs.
Oh, really?
Which normally isn't a big deal, but my gosh, that Mario 64 soundtrack.
I really enjoyed it. I saw somebody
not Donkey Kong Country tier, but it's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good. I saw someone post the other day said the only acceptable way to play Mario 64 and go to the levels is with a backflip. I think I liked it. I don't know if I retweeted it, but it's like that's the only acceptable way to use a backflip.
Yes, it is. I'd also do that trick where you run one way and jump back the other. He does like that little cartwheel.
Yeah, where he gets a little higher and does a little cartwheel.
I never just jumped in.
Yeah, I never did. I always ran and slid and then tried to do the long jump.
You know what's funny is the first time I played Mario 64 was at Sears.
Was it with Alex?
No. I went with my mom to Sears, and
which is no longer open, by the way.
And they had a display, and some kid hogged it for like 90 minutes, and he finally left.
So your mom was in there for 90 minutes?
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. It was a short day, but anyway, I finally got to play. I only got to play it for like 10 minutes. I never knew the Z button was there. I could not figure out how that kid was doing flips and stuff. It was driving me insane.
I forget about it. I used to forget about it a little bit, but I guess the biggest thing for me, like the first game, I guess it was Mario was the first game I played on it, but the one that I really put the most time into was World Tour, WCW NWO World Tour,
Yeah.
And you had to hold it a different way.
Yeah, you didn't use Z.
So there was no Z button, so I guess kind of forgot about it because of that.
After that incident, and I found out about the Z button, and I had to be dragged away from that from that thing. You know, I was, how old were we? Like that was at 90.
It was 96 when it came out.
So I was like 13. Yeah, I was 13. I was so just driven to get an N64, and I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to get it myself. I saved up money for the course of a year, just doing, because I didn't get an allowance. I had to work.
Yeah,
for my money,
for your allowance.
It's like like wash and wax the car. I get like $10.
Yeah,
I saved up, and every Sunday when we'd get the massive 4-foot thick newspaper, that had all the advertisements in it, I would cut out the N64
and just
stuff,
look at it.
And I had them in a plastic bag, and I would just keep them, and I'd get out and look at it all the time. It's like, I mean, that was serial killer level dedication.
You cut out like the Nintendo.
And I would draw that emblem all the time in school. I would just sit there and doodle it.
Yeah,
I was
the little
so
3D cube emblem thing.
Yeah, I was so intent on getting an N64, and I finally got it. Found out it didn't come with a game.
So that's right. You didn't have a game for a long time. You had to rent from Blockbuster.
And my mom felt bad for me, so she rented Mario 64 from Blockbuster. Then found out I didn't have the hookups on my TV to play.
Oh my goodness!
So
that's right, because they switched the hookups.
They did,
because the new style Nintendo.
I just had the
Super Nintendo.
Ah, crap! What's that?
The RF?
No, you screw in the little metal thing in.
Yeah, is that not RF? I think that's RF.
Coaxial. I just had the coaxial with my Super.
Dude, I thought we were big time when we got coaxial. Like the Sega's got a coaxial where it slides over the antenna thing. It doesn't screw in like the old school Nintendo one did. I thought we were big time in the end.
But think about this, Clint. That's how old we are. We had TVs that even have the red, yellow, white hookups.
Yep.
That's before then.
Yep. Well, the only time I remember using those as a kid, literally, was when the VCR was hooked up. We had to run it through the VCR, and that was the only way I knew how to do it.
I didn't have that luxury, but no, not in my room. But my brother had the right TV, so I went and spent the night with him and hooked it up. Man, we played he got into it. He loved it. And we played and played.
Well, I remember my buddy Charles that lived, next door to my dad, and he had it. So I'd spent a ton of time up there, and we would just play and play and play. And I don't want to say it was really a war necessarily, but that's about the time PlayStation was getting a little bit of ground.
Yeah.
And, the availability for the games was really a lot better on the PlayStation. They weren't quite
disc
as
was just
expensive.
a lot easier to
exactly. But I remember Charles making the comment, because the waterfall that's there in Mario 64, he was talking about how realistic it looked. And now we go back and look at it, it's like, does it?
We do
Does
that
it
every
really?
generation.
We
so
really
can't
do.
get any better than this.
Oh my God, it got better.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I think we're on a tangent of how great Nintendo 64 was.
It was. But the other things to come out of the announcements, I mentioned the Game and Watch thing. That's kind of neat, but not something I'm interested in.
We've had that since the 80s.
Super Mario 3D World. I'm excited about that. That was a Wii U game.
Okay.
It's basically a Super Mario game that's kind of 2.5D.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. That's not coming out till February though.
Yeah, I don't know why you make that announcement now. I guess it just keeps everybody wait. I mean, I guess the same reason why you do it, why you do a movie like that too. So
then let's see, the Super Mario Brothers 35, which is like the Tetris 99. Have you seen that?
Yes.
It's like that, and you're playing Super Mario Brothers, and every enemy you defeat gets sent to someone else because you're playing against 34 other people.
Really?
Yeah, and seeing who survives the longest. So you can do different things to make it harder on them.
Oh, that's neat.
So you keep beating enemies, sending them over to them. They beat enemies, it sends it to you. So it's almost like a battle royale type deal. Let's see. The only other thing I think of is the Mario Kart game coming out.
I saw a little bit of that. I don't get it.
It's going to be another Labo or Labo, however you pronounce it.
I just don't get it. I mean, I understand trying to do something different, but Mario Kart is one of those things. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Well, it's just weird because when you first look at it, it's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
You get a remote control car that's got a camera on it that you're controlling with your Nintendo Switch.
Right.
And you're driving around. You're driving around like your living room. You make a track in your living room, and you're looking on your Switch, and you're actually seeing it drive through your living room. But it's doing the whole augmented reality thing where you're seeing, enemies that you're racing against.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you're racing through your living room with them. You get power-ups and you hit them. And it's cool, but how feasible is it? I mean,
you have to have a pretty large area to do it, I'm afraid.
Let me tell you, after about the ninth or 10th time of moving the furniture, it's like, you know what? I think I'm just going to play the regular Mario Kart.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really lead us to anything different, but I feel like some of the yes, it's Mario's 35th anniversary, and yes, we're gonna get a 3D All Stars, and yes, it's a Mario game. It's a platforming / adventure game. I get that, but look at all the other media Mario's been in. Why does that not get any kind of love? You've got tennis, you got golf, you've got
Oh, they got a
kart.
new tennis on Switch.
Yeah, I mean, Maze has got it. But I'm just saying, like, why does yeah, we've got Super Mario Kart on the SNES Online, but why does that like not get any love? Why do they not put like 3 or 4 out on one media for that as well? Why
I
won't
don't
they?
know.
Why won't they redo like Double Dash? I know you've talked
Oh
about how much
gosh,
you love Double Dash.
if they would just add that in as a game mode, I would be so happy.
It's just little things like that. Like, do you do sports All Stars or I mean, well, it is All Stars, but
Although I gotta say, 8 is the best. I think
oh sure, I mean
it's hard for me to pick that over Double Dash because Double Dash was fantastic, but 8 is a blast.
yeah, but and you and I again something else we talked
But
about.
yeah, like a
offline.
Mario Kart collection, I get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do Super, and then you do 64, which I know you hated, but and then you do was Double Dash the next one after that?
Yeah, it's GameCube.
Okay, and
Well,
then
I think there
then
might have been
Wii.
one on 7 was on DS. That was
Okay.
after GameCube. I think there was one on Game Boy Advance.
Probably. I know there's one on
can't
Wii. I'm
remember
sitting
what
here
it's
looking
called.
at the case for. I don't think I've ever played that game. I think that's when
I
Caitlin
have.
had and let Maze play because you had to actually have the steering wheel.
Yeah, I played
And
it at
super
Best
sensitive.
Buy,
Oh, okay.
and I won the first and only race I ever did on it.
And you said, "I'm still a god. I'm
Because it
moving
had
on."
Koopa Troopa.
Oh, Koopa Troopa.
That's an instant win.
Who's your guy now?
It's still Koopa.
Is it?
I
thought it was
want
Link.
I want to go with Link, but Link's
Abilities are not very well.
yeah,
Not very good.
He has some terrible handling.
Well,
Koopa is still the handling master. That's why I always got. That's why I always got Jesper Parnevik on Tiger Woods.
because
He had some great like spin on the golf ball.
I can't believe you just made reference to a sports game. I'm proud of you.
I did. Hey, Tiger Woods is fantastic. Man, we used to have some.
Y'all used to have some tournaments with Justin them on GameCube.
Yeah, well, over at Jeff's. Yeah, dude, we got so good. And you're gonna think I'm making this up. I went to Eric G's one time,
Mhm.
and we played a game of Tiger Woods. I had 2 aces in one round,
Really?
and he had one. He and I aced the same hole. At one point.
Wow. I got a buddy at work that had 2 aces at Twin Bridges in the same round just a couple weeks ago. Like literal golf, like actual golf.
Oh, well, is it Tiger Woods? And I'm not impressed.
Oh, ye who have never swung a golf club.
Well, I have, and
It's bad.
yeah, I was asked to never do that again.
No, the 2 par 3, so it's number 3 and number 11, I believe it is. The 2 par 3s, he aced them both like back to back.
Oh
was
well,
odd.
there you go.
Very odd. But I used to love me some Tiger Woods.
Did you know that Kim Jong Un gets at least 3 or 4 aces in every round of golf he plays?
What?
Yeah, yeah. I've heard he shot an 18 before.
I was about to say that actually. Oh, that's funny. Get well soon, sir.
No, don't.
So, anything else on Mario Direct as we're still at 138 megabytes remaining? Oh, 137.
And we talked about how some people will never be happy. We talked about how they're not happy Galaxy 2 is
Right.
included. They're not happy about the price tag. That's going to be a full $60. What I'm not happy
Well, go play it
about-
on the original system if you don't like it.
Right. What I'm not happy about is it's limited time.
Yeah, we did talk about that a bit.
I mean, it doesn't affect me because I got my pre-order in. I've got it. I've got it physical, so I'm good. But if you don't purchase this game in physical or digital form before March 31st, 2021, you can never get it, according to Nintendo.
And that's crazy considering. And you brought up the situation where Switches are selling like hotcakes. You can't find them anywhere right now.
Yeah.
So if they continue this past the due date, these new people that just bought Switches are not going to get a chance to.
I just don't understand what's the. I can't see the reasoning behind it. Like there's just.
They're trying to create supply and demand.
Well, I've seen a few theories that they're getting ready to release their next Nintendo console after that and this and that. But it's still I've seen no way to justify the decision.
Here's the thing that I've noticed about the current generation and maybe even to the next generation. It's a lot like movies and the fact that no one has a genuine idea anymore, and they're just re-releasing stuff that's already been out. Breath of the Wild, it looks like a fantastic game. It came out on Wii U. Probably sold a couple million copies.
Yeah, no, probably like 4.
Why just 4?
Because that's how many I've got. No, I just have 1. I'm probably one of like 12 people that has it on Wii U.
Yeah,
and I've never played it on Wii U.
But see, I don't understand why the Wii U flopped so bad. I mean,
I don't either. I liked it.
I've enjoyed what I've played with it, but I know I've got to finish Twilight Princess.
Well, you're playing a GameCube game on it.
Exactly. That's
a GameCube / Wii game.
Right.
They did the same thing with Twilight Princess. It came out for GameCube and Wii, but the GameCube version was the more popular version
because it was more true.
And the one you're playing is based on the GameCube version.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, either it's been so long in between games, like in this case Zelda games, that they just say, well, it's been a while, let's just re-release it on this newest system.
I think a lot of it's Nintendo fans demanding it. Cause,
maybe.
I mean, and that's...
But look at everything that's getting remastered. Like, Assassin's Creed 3 got remastered, and that's the one that everybody hated.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of people liked it. But the thing with Nintendo, like... They've had like 3 or 4 directs over the summer, but they've all been focused on third-party indie games.
Sure.
And people have been like downvoting it just because they wanted this Mario announcement.
And they got it.
They wanted new Smash characters. Which, by the way, after all the controversy with the Smash community, Smash fans need to be quiet right now.
I don't understand the whole why they're going for all these anime characters in Smash Brothers.
Anime characters.
What would you call them?
Video game characters.
But they're more like they're not like. There's more
Which
Nintendo.
ones?
There's more Nintendo properties out there that would suit Smash Brothers more than all these humanized characters. Because they're all the ones that's been released as of late, up until Banjo-Kazooie, have all been, or since Banjo-Kazooie, have been humanized characters.
Oh, you got the character from ARMS. You got
I don't
character
know who that
from
is.
Fire Emblem.
No idea who that is.
So that's what they're doing. Did you see that video that I tweeted? It's like how Nintendo treats their franchises.
Yeah,
that's kind of how they throw a bone to their other franchises.
You have to tell them the video. I mean,
yeah, it's the Key and Peele skill. Key and Peele skit. Key. All right, hold on. Key and Peele skit.
There you go.
Where it's like the black president, and he gets done with his speech, and he shake hands with the white guy, and shake hands with the white lady, and then he hugs all the black people at the after his speech or whatever. Right. And it's funny, it's hilarious. But it's like, is it Key? No, it's Peele. Jordan Peele is Nintendo, and he's treating the lesser respect or some of the other Nintendo franchises like Metroid, which is heartbreaking.
Right.
Metroid and Donkey Kong and all them kind of as, out there, like he doesn't care about them so much as he cares about Mario and Zelda. This is kind of how they throw a bone to those other franchises.
See, I'm not a big and I really don't have a dog in the fight. I don't own a Switch. I don't own Smash Brothers, the newest Smash Brothers. I don't own any Smash Brothers. But anyway, like there's a big thing about wanting to get Dixie Kong in it, and I get it. She's got a following. She had her own game. She was in, she's been in 2 games. But like, why not put those kind of characters? These beloved characters that, over these humanized ones or whatever.
What do you mean by
just these-
humanized?
They're humans.
Well,
They're humans.
Well, Mario's a human.
Yeah, but Mario,
Link's a human.
but they're cartoonish humans.
Samus. Well, you're talking about like the Fire Emblem character. That's just Fire Emblem's art style.
Like, who is that?
It's a pretty big franchise. It's an RPG. That's why I've never played it. There you go.
Well, there you go. There you go. You've hit the nail.
And they just had a pretty successful release with Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Well,
So that's the character from that game.
but I say all this, but I don't know who they would put. I mean, and I'm about to say, I know they put Solid Snake, but he is a humanized character, but I guess he's a more popular.
There's a
video
big
game.
push to get Goku put in it.
And I could see that a little more, but he's not really a video game character, so I can't see that.
I think they're wanting to represent a lot more franchises. Dixie Kong is great, but you've got Donkey, Diddy, and King K. Rool. It's probably the way they look at it. It's like we didn't have anyone from Fire Emblem, so let's get someone from Fire Emblem.
But it's Fire Emblem.
We didn't have
a
one
Nintendo
from
property.
Dragon Quest. Yeah,
Okay.
like Dragon Quest isn't Nintendo. I don't think they
trying
released
to
for any
think
other for any other console.
I'm trying to think of like other class. I mean, like
It might be. I don't know.
why not go out? I mean, Sega's not a thing anymore, like a competitor thing anymore. Why not try to get Sonic in it? Sonic would make
Sonic
more
is
sense.
in it.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's in Smash. He's absolutely in Smash.
Is he?
Yes.
Why not get Tails then?
Huh?
Is Tails in
No
it?
one cares about maybe.
Everybody loves Tails.
I can't believe you didn't know Sonic was in Smash.
I had no idea.
Dude, did you not even see the commercial where Sonic is like trying to save Pikachu from getting abducted by the bad guy? They
No.
both get abducted.
No, I did not.
Like people were talking about how they want a story about Sonic and Pikachu being best friends now.
I have not seen that.
Wow.
I need to see that now.
Yeah, you do.
But I mean, like I said, there's just other like more popular video game, and I say more popular as in these others aren't popular. I know they're popular, but maybe more mainstream. Maybe that's the right word.
Well, it's hard. It's
And there's
gotta
intellectual
get the
properties,
deals from
and
them.
yeah, I understand.
like there was
Like-
a lot of rumors after they got Banjo and
Yeah.
Kazooie, and after Nintendo and Microsoft were like, "Hey, we're buddies."
Yeah,
a lot of
Master
rumors
Chief.
were that Master Chief is
Yeah.
going to be in it.
And I could get that. Like I can understand why.
And they got Joker from Persona, which is a PlayStation thing. Well, there are some Persona games on other platforms, but it's like Persona 5 is just on PS4,
right.
and he's in Persona 5, so that was kind of a big deal.
Well, I know recently in your downtime you've been playing a lot of PlayStation 4 games, and you've got me
Oh,
curious about. Hey, we're at 98% and 7 megabytes still to go.
Well, it's still got to install it,
and then it's got to install it.
Yeah. So I've had a PS4 for a while. I've got a PS4 Pro. I got it for Bloodborne, which I played a little bit of it, and something came out on Xbox. I ended up abandoning it. But I was pretty reckless with my money. But anyway,
Hold on, time out. So, have you not played Bloodborne since then?
No, I've played it since then.
Okay, so has there ever been a situation where you've played a game and you've kind of lost interest in it and go to another game, and then maybe weeks, maybe months, maybe even years later you come back?
Yeah, I've been meaning to get back to RoboCop 3 for Super Nintendo.
But has there ever? Can you remember a situation where it's been a while since you've played and you go back and it doesn't matter how far into it you are, you're like, I got to start over. I don't remember the controls.
Let me hold that thought.
Okay.
Because I saw a bunch of games that were very interesting on PS4, and we both talked. I've never been a big PlayStation fan.
Sure.
I was Nintendo, then Xbox because I hated the Wii.
Well, see,
And then Xbox, and here's Nintendo Switch. Hey, I'm back, Nintendo.
Well, see, that's how I ended up with a PlayStation because my mom's like, I'm not buying, a Nintendo 64 because it was like when it was new. And then my aunt, who was stationed over in Japan, somehow or another found a PlayStation, an American PlayStation, and brought it to me and just gave it to me.
How did an American PlayStation get to Japan?
Why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know if she just ended up with one or what. I don't know the details. All I know is I got it, and I've still actually got the original. That's the original PlayStation that's down there.
Oh, wow.
Although I don't actually play it.
Yeah.
I put everything in a PlayStation 2, but so yeah.
But I was interested in a lot of these PlayStation games, and finally Ghost of Tsushima came out, and I thought I really want to play. That looks like a lot of fun. Holy crap! That's one of my all-time favorite games.
And that's crazy because I say the same thing about like Twilight Princess. How much crap I gave you about not really crap, but I don't get it. It's Zelda. It's the same story over and over. Blah blah blah. And then I played that, and I was like, okay, well, 2-stick layout. It works. I like it. I really enjoyed the story. Not enough to finish it right yet, and that's not because I don't enjoy it. It's just I'm super busy right now. And I haven't played anything. The videos on YouTube that are up right now are Kate plays. Caitlin's playing. I'm just in here watching her play and making fun of her. Go check that out on YouTube if you haven't, by the way. It's hilarious. It's terribly hilarious.
But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima had me in like the first 3 or 4 minutes. It was amazing, and I 100%ed it. I got everything, got all the trophies, and I did. I love it. I plan on going back and playing it some more. But after I beat it, I was like, I need to go through and play some more of these games. So then I went to God of War, and holy crap.
Yeah, and I've heard great things about God of War, and I've
almost 100%ed it.
I've not had... Okay, so when you say God of War, you're talking about the original?
No, the new one. I didn't care for the original ones because they were just... I didn't like that style of game.
Okay.
But this one's a little bit different.
Well, see, I've heard nothing but great things about the franchise in general, the story, the graphics.
Well, this new one, really took it to a whole new level.
See, and obviously it's an exclusive. It's a PlayStation exclusive, and I don't have a PlayStation. The last PlayStation I have is PlayStation 2. That's well documented. I've just never played it.
Same here. And after Ghost of Tsushima, I was like, I need to play this. Absolutely loved it. And then I get to Spider-Man. Now, when I first got Spider-Man, it's when it first went on sale for like $20. And I got it. And I played it a little bit and just didn't go back to it. And so that happened when I played it this time. I went back to it and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just starting over. So I started over. I've almost beaten it, and it is amazing. It's the Amazing Spider-Man, you could say.
How about that?
But it's been fantastic. I will go on record saying I think it's the best superhero game, at least that I've ever played.
Better than Lego Marvel superheroes?
Oh, I forgot about that. No. Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, anything with Legos is fun, but
even better than Batman Forever for Super Nintendo with the claymation animation.
God, are you leading up to our possible barf bag?
Oh, you just spoiled it.
I wouldn't take that out.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hear us laughing for no apparent reason, and that's me yelling so I can hear see the spike to edit that last part out. I said something you guys weren't supposed to hear yet, so
it's a surprise.
It's an upcoming surprise from Ham and Spam if Clint gets unbusy for a couple of weeks. Anywho, so anything else on PlayStation 4 that you've kind of...
I'm after I beat Spider-Man, there's some other games that look interesting to play through, like Horizon Zero Dawn. That looks good. But honestly, I think I'm just going back to Ghost of Tsushima again.
You gonna replay it?
Well, they've got an update coming out this fall. It's going to add multiplayer co-op.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I am seriously pumped for that. But I wish I had New Game Plus, because I don't look forward to having to reacquire everything again. But if they don't have that, I'm perfectly fine just playing through it again. It's fantastic.
Yeah. You've got me interested. I would at least like to see live gameplay. I mean, I know I can look at it on the internet or whatever, but
what are you doing this weekend? Are you busy this weekend?
I am busy this weekend.
Is it your next weekend? It's your not busy weekend?
No, this is supposed to be my not busy weekend, and I'm busy this weekend.
Crap. I'm gonna bring the PlayStation over one day.
Well,
so you can see Spider-Man and Ghost of Tsushima.
Well, we say all that. I mean, here's the projects that we have ongoing as far as Ham and Spam goes. I've got the Kate plays. I've still got to edit the some more Modern Warfare stuff and get it posted. Caitlin is currently playing Modern Warfare 2. We've got some that's already recorded on it. I've got to once we get one done, do two. we've got an Animal Crossing update. We've got Hammy now is a 5-star. Driftwood is now a 5-star island.
It is.
So we have an update there.
And I've got my blue roses that I've been trying to get since May.
That's crazy.
That
you've put that much time. Yeah.
Yeah, May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we started Luigi's Mansion, and we've not continued on it anymore.
Completely forgot about Luigi's Mansion.
So we still got to do that. We got to do Hammy Play. So, or however we tagged that. Was it Hammond's Fan Play? I think it's Hammond's Fan Play.
Yeah, it's one of us.
So, anywho, I mean, it's just, there's a ton of stuff in the bag. We've got the thing that I just edited out that we got to do.
We got a
one.
couple of ideas that we want to bring in that we're still hammering out the details on it.
So, well, before we get out of here, I would like to play What If with you.
What if?
It's Hammy breaks out Creed. So Mario's 35th anniversary is this year.
That's correct.
You, of all people, know it's well documented that next year is the Zelda 35th anniversary.
Yes.
And a lot of people are expecting to have some sort of another Nintendo Direct, whether it's a new system, quote unquote, existing system, however they end up doing it, that they give Zelda the same treatment as they do Mario.
Mm-hmm.
If they do, and if I gave you, we'll play along. If I gave you 3 titles that more than likely would be on a Zelda, we'll just call it Zelda All-Stars, quote unquote, what 3 games would you say would be on it?
Would I say would?
Well, hold on.
I think would be on it, or one on it.
We'll do both. We'll do both. So I'll preface this with saying there's never been a Zelda All-Star from the standpoint of like where the original and then Zelda 2 and then Link to the Past is all on one media. But with the Switch Online stuff, the NES and the SNES Online, you can play those games currently on the Switch. So I don't think they would put at least up to that generation. So you're looking 64 forward.
So, yeah, if we're just talking 3D titles.
So we're just talking 3D titles. So tell me 3 games you think would be on it, and then tell me 3 games that you think would that you would want on it.
Before I tell you, it's kind of funny because Jeff and I talked about if they ever released a Zelda collection that's every Zelda game.
Dude, they could.
I would send them my bank account
say,
number and my routing number and say, just take whatever you want out of it. Take it all.
Want my truck? Here it is too.
Yeah, here's the keys to my truck. Just, they could. They're printing money at that point. But if they did like they're doing with Mario and just had 3 titles, in my mind, I think the most likely titles. I'm gonna have 2 options for this.
Well, we're gonna keep going with it. So just give me what you think they would be the 3 that Nintendo themselves would release.
See, I'm split though.
Okay, well, just tell me what you think Nintendo would do.
I think it would be Ocarina,
okay,
Twilight Princess,
okay,
and Skyward Sword.
Okay, and if they give you 4, what would the 4th one be?
Wind Waker.
Okay. So it wouldn't be Mask. Now I know a lot of people like Mask more than Ocarina. But
Mask is a little more divisive.
Yeah.
Majora's Mask, I mean. And I could also see them just doing Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword.
Okay.
Because a lot of people pointed out that Galaxy, having the Wii controls, and they're going to use the Joy-Cons, that they could do that with Skyward Sword.
Okay.
So, because they've said before they can't.
Which, if they had it, would you play it then?
I would try.
I love that you're like completely out on Mario, but you would give that a try, which is fine. Which is because it's not the same motion, so at least you give it a try. And if it detects like it's supposed to, you can go forward with it.
Mario doesn't get the dedication
that
Zelda.
Does.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the 4, or those are the 3/4 that you thought that they would put on it. Now, what about the 3/4 that you personally would like to see?
Oh, I would like to see Ocarina, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword.
Okay.
But I would like to see Skyward Sword with normal human controls.
Human controls?
Well, and I saw a post on Reddit that was very, very astute.
Well, hold on. I'll let you get there. I will let you get there. crap was? Oh, mine. I want to do mine.
Do you even know 3 Zelda titles?
I do.
All right, go ahead.
Ocarina Mask and what are that other one I'm playing?
Twilight
Princess. That's it.
All right.
Those would be the 3 that I would like to see if it's just 3. Now, chances are I would play them and love them and wish they had another one on it. Maybe Wind Waker. I don't know.
Well, if they did, actually,
which one would you recommend? If I got those 3, if I got Twilight, Mask, and Ocarina, and they put a 4th, like if you told me, hey, you would really like this game with these modern controls,
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker, okay.
Which Wind Waker and Twilight Princess have already been HD remastered, so I think those would probably get.
But it's past generation though.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they got the HD remaster, but
I'm saying that those would probably be more apt to be on a 3 title re-release.
Oh, you think so? Because they have been remastered?
Yeah, I think so. Because it'd be easy. Because then you don't have to do any work. Just slap it in there.
Okay, I could see that. I think they'd be making a huge mistake by not putting Ocarina. You've got a whole generation,
because that's the most iconic,
right? And you've got a whole
title.
generation of kids that have never played it unless they had a 3DS.
But what I was getting at with Skyward Sword is I saw a post on Reddit. I thought was very good. It was talking about how by restricting people to those Wii motion controls, then they're kind of ostracizing not only people who don't want to play that, but some people who are physically unable to play that way. Because I told you before, Skyward Sword didn't even get to 4 million sales.
Right.
And from everything I've heard, it's a fantastic game. It's just that is what's holding it back.
And I could see that.
And so I think that if they redid the controls to be, just button pressing,
right,
that it would see a huge resurgence. Then a lot more people would finally get to play this game that have probably been wanting to play the game and can't play the game.
Right.
And honestly, in talking in terms of that, people who are physically unable to, I think the Xbox adaptive controller, if I was Nintendo and Sony, I would say, look, let's make it so this thing can be used on our systems too.
Yeah.
Who cares about crossing party lines,
right,
or company lines, or whatever you want to call it? It's like, look, this is a great thing. Because you've seen the videos of kids who have never been able to play video games, and now they're able to.
Sure.
Which the Joy-Cons go a long way to that, because you can hold them ever far apart you need to.
Yeah, I mean, if you're unable to get to get your arms all the way together, or if you're in a different position, it's not like holding a controller and trying to do it. You've got one hand here, and I know I'm saying this, and we're not on video, but. They can be as far apart. They can be in different, directions. They can be parallel. They can be perpendicular to each other, however you want to say it, and you can still use it.
Well, that's how it should be. The business model should be getting video games to the players, not making players come to the video games.
I get that, but at the same time, I'm still a classic video. I mean, I want a controller in my hand. That's why. That's why I haven't been so PC. Not PC, but PC.
Well, you use controllers. My buddy Paul plays almost exclusively PC, and he uses a controller.
See, I don't understand that, because everybody that goes to a PC talks about point and click to shoot, your shooter games and stuff. And I get that, but if you've got that availability, and I don't know why you would go to a controller.
Because on PC you can play Skyrim, where all the dragons are Macho Man Randy Savage.
I'll give you that much. May said the other day that he wants a PC.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk to Casey.
I told him to talk to Casey. So Casey, when you listen to this, get with me. Maybe
I'll tell you who's probably just as excited, if not more excited, about Zelda's 35th is one Tyler Casey's son.
Tyler Casey's son. Well, he is a minor, so let's not use his last name.
That kid is a serious Zelda fan. And a boy after my own heart. A kindred spirit.
Wait a minute, what? It's 2020. Can you say that now?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, May said that. And I thought that was... To me now, in 2020, Clint has grown. I'll give myself a little bit of credit. Clint has grown. I'd be more apt to play it now than I have been in the past. But it's more of a curiosity, kind of like the PlayStation 4. It's like, I'd like to play it, but I don't know if I want to invest that kind of money in it.
That's the big thing about PC is it does require a significant investment financially, monetarily.
So this
Well,
entire time that we've been talking,
it finally.
it's finally.
Oh well, we've gone through the direct.
We're at 53 minutes. So it took 53 minutes for my Xbox to update.
By the way, guess what's
Over 53
guess what's getting a re-release?
What's that?
Commodore 64.
You know, I've seen that. And Atari?
Atari's been working on an alleged new console, for a while.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I mean, Commodore 64. Once that price, I think it's like $120. That price comes down, I'd get one.
So is it retro?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Commodore 64. I think
No,
predated.
yeah. I'm just saying that they're releasing a system and it's going to be retro, kind of like.
Yeah, it's gonna have like I think the games are on there, and then you can download more.
Okay. So they actually listened to the people that were griping about the NES, SNES, PlayStation, the Sega Mini or the Genesis Mini, all that stuff,
Oh yeah.
and make it where you can actually expand your collection.
Yeah. That was, I don't know, man. Like I said, there's so
it's
many.
it's licensing rights. We all know what it is, but
Nintendo has so many opportunities to just print money.
I mean, if they found some way just to plug some sort of Nintendo specific USB thing in the back of that Mini, and then you've got your
Have a website.
Yeah.
Go to Nintendo.com and they've got like a page for like extra games for your Mini.
Right. And
Boom.
Just, pay $30 and you got 100 extra games. I mean, you can't tell me that thing's not powerful enough to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, how much is a Nintendo game, like storage wise? It's like.
But then I guess they compete with their Switch Online deal.
Yeah, but the Switch is portable.
Yeah.
To me, the Switch would still outsell it.
Yeah.
And it gives you that opportunity to increase your library on having, which you got the Switch, you got the Super Nintendo controller for the Switch.
Well,
so.
Yeah, you got that, and you got the NES controller for the Switch. So
right.
The Switch is a better NES/SNES Mini than the actual ones.
Well, if they release everything, like I've played Donkey Kong Country so much that I'm just like, okay, I kind of want to play 2 now. Even though I know we just reviewed it and there's video of it and all that, I'd kind of like to play 2 on the Switch now.
Yeah, they're real slow in releasing their stuff. I don't know if they're having problems porting them or what.
They're probably saying, we're making money hand over fist. We're not getting in a hurry.
It's like that they like teasing their fans. It's like we're a bunch of rabid dogs, and they're holding a pork chop and just out of our reach. Like, come on now, got to jump higher. You can do it.
Run, boy! He's got the taste of meat now. For those of you that don't know, our last episode was a watch along of The Simpsons, and that was a line in Lemon of Troy. Still a great episode. I can't believe we've been a podcast for over a year and a half, and that was the first Simpsons watch along we've done. We'll have to do another one soon. Okay, so I know we've got some plans of some stuff to do as far as actual video game like talk, specific video game talk.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't hit those plans yet.
No, let me tell you, there's been a few barriers.
A couple of hiccups, if you will.
Yep.
So if you guys are enjoying this format, hey, we'll keep going with it. But if you miss us talking specifically about the games, let us know. And of course, we're talking to all 5 people that we talk to on a regular basis. No, we've done pretty well with the downloads and stuff. I don't know if I said it here on podcast or not, but no, I didn't because it was right after that. We had our best month on record, even though we're doing an every 2-week podcast right now. Even back when we were doing an every week podcast, we had our best record, our record-setting month of downloads this past month. So that's good. I guess more people are getting out. They're getting back on the road. That's usually where people listen to podcasts, is long drives and stuff. So thank you to the person in Virginia who downloaded 50-something episodes. I feel like I've said this already. We're going to call him Tamaco.
Yeah.
If that person will come forward, you will officially have a Ham and Spam nickname of Tamaco.
We ever hear from Canadian Bacon?
Never did. Still waiting for that one download in Hawaii and Alaska. For some reason, North Dakota and Minneapolis. Not Minneapolis, Minnesota. Oh my gosh.
They downloaded?
No.
They haven't.
No, nobody in Minnesota has downloaded.
We're so
this.
Minnesota friendly, though.
I'd like to think we are.
I like the Vikings.
Hey,
And I like cheese. No, that's Wisconsin.
that's Wisconsin. We've had some downloads in Wisconsin.
No.
I think we're missing like Connecticut and Vermont too. One and maybe I think we've had one in Maine. We've literally we've almost got all 50 states.
Wow.
And I mean, and y'all can tell me about IP addresses and all that good jazz. I get that, but still, or VPNs or whatever it was that Casey was trying to tell me.
Hey, if you follow us on Twitter, hit us up and tell us where you're from.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to interact with you guys. Please, it's at Ham and Spam Games
On Twitter.
on Twitter.
All right.
I lost my train of thought.
I got nothing else.
I don't either. So, anywho, well, we'll be back soon. At least 2 weeks, but we'll be back soon with some more very mediocre Ham and Spam content on this great radio station.
Is there any other kind?
Yeah, there's bad. It can only go down from here. So, Hammy, it's been good to see you, buddy. I hope it's not, 3 or 4 weeks before I see you again.
Yeah. I mean, I literally live 4 minutes from you, but
Well,
you really are really busy.
I am right now, man. And the thing about it, too, is Dog Talk starts in 2 weeks. So, my Sundays are going to be gone. My Sunday afternoons are going to be gone. So, between football.
Spreading yourself thin.
I am, man. I could go to bed right now. As I say to an insomniac.
Yeah. I envy you. I wish I
Really?
could sleep.
I woke up at 9 a.m. after going to sleep at 8 a.m. Anywho, guys, we appreciate you. Follow us, shout us out, talk to us, whatever. We're available on all social media. You know this already.
Yep.
We've really got to figure out a way how to end these things.
Yeah.
We should just push the button, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
See you, buddy.
All right.